Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right. Well, another day has gone by, and so that must mean that Trump has done some more, well, stupid stuff.
You're calling our president stupid, or you just the stuff he does?
No, just
is
the stuff
stupid?
he's done. No,
Okay,
he's not
okay,
stupid.
Okay.
No, he's not stupid.
Okay, he's just.
He's not. No, not at all. He's incompetent.
No.
Yeah, incompetent. Yeah.
Well, no, he hires incompetent people, and then believes that they're competent, and he follows their advice because he likes them, and he's a very trusting soul, and
yeah.
I'll stop with this defense of him. Never mind. Yes, he's really stupid. And he does bad things.
Okay. That he is.
Okay.
That he is.
All right.
All right. So two things have happened just in this last week. Now we are 2 days before Thanksgiving. Ish here.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Christmas came early though this year because Marjorie Taylor Greene has decided it was way too hot in the kitchen. She needs to go.
She got out, yes.
More on that in a minute.
Yes.
But what happened yesterday was kind of wild. Everyone predicted it was going to happen, but nonetheless, it seemed
that something would happen and it wouldn't go on like we thought that it would, but it did.
Yeah.
James.
Comey and James.
Yeah.
Their things have been dismissed. Not that they're going away forever.
No, they're going to try a bunch of other things, but for right now, James Comey was charged with making false statements to Congress and obstructing a congressional proceeding. And Letitia James was charged with bank fraud and lying to a financial institution. Now,
right,
it's just a coincidence, I'm sure. But shortly before they were charged, Donald Trump on a Truth Social kind of actually IM'd by mistake Pam Bundy and said, get working on these cases, especially these two. They have to be done, especially James, because the
time is running out.
Time is running out, and there was like a 5-year thing. If they didn't do it right away, they couldn't do it. Because,
right.
And
he's guilty as hell.
And he's guilty as hell because I say so.
You're right.
Anyway, something like that. Anyway, so son of a gun. They had the district attorney they had for that district, the U.S. district attorney for the Eastern District. They had an interim in. When you put an interim in, you can put them in for 6 months.
Right.
And you don't have to go before Congress and not Congress, before the Senate and have it approved.
Sure.
Otherwise, you have to go and have somebody approved, and that takes time. And they ask questions, and sometimes
and
those are embarrassing questions.
Yes. And time they didn't have.
Right, because they had to come in running. Yes.
Right.
So they had appointed a person for 6 months. Well, his term ran out. Now, when the term runs out, you're supposed to have the district judges. Well, either have somebody ready for Congress,
right,
or the district judges are going to say, you had 6 months to get somebody and put him in there and have the confirmations going. We're taking over. We're gonna appoint somebody, and somebody qualified, but somebody. And instead of doing that, because they didn't want to bother the district judges, they went out and got an insurance lawyer who's never been a prosecutor, Lindsay Halligan.
Because that's what you do. Because nobody else wanted the job. Okay,
yeah.
No one else wanted the job.
Well, okay. Anyway, they.
I mean, is that true? I mean, because. Nobody else wanted
nobody else that they approved of wanted the job.
I mean,
and,
because the people, I mean, these guys were brought up on those charges, and nobody else
this had
wanted
been out there for a long time,
yeah.
and actually the person that was acting is, he said, I'm not going to bring them up in charges. I can't do that. It's just, there isn't. I don't know, maybe ethics or something, but he was like, we can't. We're not going to win because there's nothing here, so we're not going to bring it up. Well, he resigned, and then other people quit, and they didn't want to sign him, so they put Lindsay. You're right. Nobody else wanted to do the job.
Sure.
So Lindsay Halligan brave person that she is. And you got it. I mean, I got to say, she looks like she would, if you were going to cast somebody to be this person, you know, if this was a television show, she would be the best. She's very, very beautiful, very put together. And yeah, I would say on those qualifications alone, she was good for the job.
All right, stop right there just for a second. Just for a second. Think about it. That's all that Trump has ever, that was the qualifications for anyone.
Yeah, if
because they have to look good on camera, because he still believes
that if you
he's on TV.
Oh, that's true. It's a TV show. The whole
it's still a reality TV show to him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he picked a good one. She didn't really know what she was doing and everything, but she did it. She got nobody else. Usually, they have more than one person sign on to these things. She was the only one brave enough to sign it, so she's the only one on it. She made a few mistakes doing it, and Comey and his attorneys have said, "Listen, you can't do this because she did this, this, and this." But the main one that they had was, guys, you can't do that. You can't appoint this person. She didn't go through the right steps. You've got to put her before Congress and have them do that, or you got to let the judges pick somebody else. She's not the person that you say she is. So, So and apparently they brought like other things because she'd made some mistakes apparently during the grand jury and stuff, but
shocking.
I know. But the judge that they brought this for, both of these charges against, said, you know what, you're just playing an attorney. You're not really, I mean, you're a prosecuting attorney. You're not really a prosecuting attorney. So they said, you can, she dismissed the case with prejudice. If you do it without prejudice.
Right.
If you do it without prejudice, they can redo it again. They can redo the case. So they can bring him back up. But she put like a little footnote saying, you can't say that this is a justification for us to refile against him. Because if they make a mistake in a real trial, if they make a mistake and they have to dismiss it without prejudice, there is like a 6-month rule that, like, if you're beyond the statute of limitations, if that puts you beyond, or if you're already behind, then we'll give you 6 months to get your stuff together and do this. But since she wasn't, she's dismissing a case that wasn't a case. So she kind of said, no, you can't do that this time. So we'll see. I mean,
they can bring it back up, right?
Yeah.
So obviously.
And they can appeal what she said. They can go and try to take it up to a higher court to get somebody to say, well, no, she doesn't know what she's talking about, and I'll go back. But everybody, I say this with a grain of salt, but everybody I've heard, every attorney says, no, this is true. She's not the attorney. But she's still calling herself that, and she's still making the people that work under her call her that.
And many people are probably saying they should just walk away.
Yeah, because you keep blowing this up, it gets more and more embarrassing, I think.
But Trump's not embarrassed.
No, because that's not him.
So exactly. So he is going to keep going because it doesn't make him look bad. It just makes this other person look bad, or this other person look bad. And that's what he does. He doesn't care if he doesn't care if he makes you look like a fool, as long as he doesn't look like a fool.
Right.
But what he doesn't understand, he is a fool.
Well, and then, like all of his MAGA people are blaming Pam Bondi because she shouldn't have, she screwed up. And I don't know how she screwed up when she hired somebody that he told her to hire, basically. Because there were other things saying that, well, what about Lindsay? She's great. And Lindsay was once his attorney, a personal attorney. So, that's it. That's qualification enough. It's like
good enough.
I don't know why these people think that just because you're a lawyer, you know everything there is to know about everything. Because property and insurance and that kind of lawyering is different than criminal lawyering, and being on one side is different than being on the other side. I don't know, but apparently she feels qualified, and she feels like she's still the
What I don't
U.S.
understand with all of his
Yeah.
people, all right, what is it about these people that they just get sucked in with him, knowing that he is going to throw them under a bus, because that's what he did for 4 years. The first 4 years he was there, he threw people under the bus, brought them in, told the world, this is the best ink pen in the world. And then tomorrow, it is the worst ink pen I've ever seen in my life.
And it only brought me coffee, and that's all I know about him.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't even know the ink pen, but yeah.
I mean, I understand why. It doesn't take a genius to realize that he plays these people for fools.
Yeah.
And they for some reason stand in line to serve him, knowing that they're going to get beat up and will never work again.
Right.
I don't understand it. Are these people just nuts?
I don't know. I they get told that, if you do anything illegal or something, don't worry, I'll give you a pardon. But that's not going to, because some people are saying these attorneys that are doing these things have to know what they're doing. I mean, they're basically word for word writing down what Trump is telling them. They have to know that that's not.
Right.
That's just gobbledygook. It's not real legalese, and it's real. And a judge is going to say, please. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but they're in danger of losing their licenses. I mean,
look at Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy, and
I don't think Rudy can. I don't
did.
think he'll be able to practice law again in New York for quite some time.
No, I don't think he can. Yeah, I think it's.
Why is it? I don't understand why. Are there that many stupid people in this world
I don't know.
that can stand in line to get the shit beat out of them, and they keep going? Or do they actually think, well, he did it to those people, but he's not going to do it to me?
Yeah. Well.
Hence the reason why we'll be talking about another person that loved Trump for years.
Yeah.
Loved Trump.
Yeah.
Could not sing enough praise for this guy until she got on the other side.
And then,
And then bam.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. Well, people say, well, because he's a strong leader and he's authoritarian.
Oh, he's not a
but
strong leader.
I know.
He's the weakest leader we've ever had in our history.
And he's changing things so we don't have to wait to go through the court system and take years and stuff. He's just going to go ahead and do things, and everybody likes that. And, but Putin's like that too. And Putin can make you rich, or he can, you might jump out of a window. It's
Absolutely.
like, one thing or the other. It's not a good, there are downsides to this.
They've had so many people in Russia that have jumped out of windows.
Oh my God, if you ever go there, stay away from windows.
You'll end up jumping.
That's like one of the biggest cause of death there. It's just,
it's jumping out of windows.
It's like, it's falling out of windows. Well, I don't know if it's jumping. See, they never say jumping. Somebody fell out of a window.
They fell out a window.
Out of a window. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so I don't know. I just don't. I don't get that they stand in line, can't wait to serve this guy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to look like a complete and utter idiot.
Yeah.
And yet, all's right with this world. I don't get it.
What gets me is the Senate pretty much is accepting everybody that they send them.
Sure.
I mean, like 2 or 3 people, they said, no, really, you can't have your pool guy be, the attorney general or whatever.
I never knew that they turned anybody down.
I think they did. I think there were a couple of people that they
must
actually
have been horrible. Are they still in prison?
The people that admired Hitler and that kind of thing. I mean, you can admire, but not that much. Apparently, they overdid it. But yeah, so. Yeah, they'll turn some people down, but most of the time they just if she had a law license, why didn't they put her above her? I mean, I don't get it. Why they didn't put her out there in the first place and have the Senate confirm her, and then you wouldn't have this problem. But
all right, so you think we have not seen the last of this.
Oh, they're going to appeal and do all sorts. I don't know if it gets up to the Supreme Court, maybe they'll even overturn that judge. I don't know. I used to think that that it would be what the people say, like if it's a regular thing, that it would be fine.
Right.
But yeah, now I'm getting to think that okay, the Supreme Court is just
a joke. Is that what you're saying?
I think they're a joke. They're less than a joke than some of the places, but because they will, that gets to a point where it's like, well, all of our fellow lawyers know that we're just full of BS, so we'll try to make it sound like we at least have a glimmer of a hope of an explanation for what we're doing.
But they don't.
I don't see it, but then I'm not as smart as they are, I guess.
No,
yeah.
nor, and if you aren't as smart as they are, then I'm certainly not.
Oh, thanks.
But
I don't understand how things that. And olden times would have been a big thing, but now it's kind of like, but it's Trump. Yeah. And he's our bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
So we're going to keep an eye on this because my guess is they're going to both be back into court someday.
Yeah.
And Trump isn't going to like the person that prosecuted them, so he's going to get somebody else because it was all their fault.
Well, and it pretty much, I don't think they really care whether or not that they get prosecuted or put in jail.
No, they just want
them to be harassed and have to do this for 3 or 4 years, and then it quietly fades away.
Well, and Trump will tell you, he's going to do this to them because that's what they did to him.
But juries actually came to the conclusion that he did things wrong.
Right.
It wasn't the prosecuting attorney coming in and saying, well, you did this wrong and you're a crook they're not supposed to go out and tell everybody, well, our case is, and this is, they're supposed to be professional.
Right.
You're not supposed to try it in the news, but his prosecuting attorneys seem to want to try everything in the news.
But this is Trump country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the Trump world, and this is where we're at. So, I suspect that those two will be back in court someday.
Yeah. And I think both of them would be glad to be back in court because they know their case is just silly. But, yeah.
Okay, so for many years, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she came into our lives back in 2017, was it?
Yep, she came in with
she came in with Trump, didn't she?
Yeah,
basically?
she wrote on the day of their swearing in. It was during COVID, so she wore her mask.
That was 2020.
Oh, is that 2020?
Yeah, 2020 was COVID.
Oh, you're right. 2020. I'm sorry.
No,
she came in. She started getting involved in politics in 2017.
She did in 2020 because she will have her 5 years when she leaves. Anyway, so she came in.
She came in 2020, and she had her Trump won mask on, and obviously
of course,
Trump
down
won
to here,
2020, but
down to here.
Down to here, because you don't.
That's how they wear them. Because that's how the cool kids
if you're going to make me wear them, I'm going to wear them wrong just to show you. Yeah, because that was one of her things. That was like that to her was like the Holocaust. People making you get a vaccine and wear a mask was like the Holocaust was. So, I'm. Yeah.
So from day one, Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, was a huge Trump supporter.
Yep.
She absolutely loved everything he did.
Yeah.
During this whole COVID thing, she thought that too was a hoax.
She was really in QAnon. She had like 9/11 was. She retweeted something that somebody said that it was started by the government, and she didn't believe that there was actually a plane at the Pennsylvania thing, and that I'm sorry, no, it was the plane crashing into the Pentagon. She just said that didn't happen.
That didn't happen?
Because she said it's odd, there's never any evidence for a plane. So apparently she came, well, that was in 2018. She did a video. That's what I'm thinking, because she started getting into QAnon around 2017. When somebody said that it was done by our own government, she retweeted it and said that is all true. She thought that the 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting was staged by to promote gun control. You know, because they killed how many people? 50-some people just to get gun control passed.
That was at that concert in
Las Vegas. Okay. Yeah. She also described the Parkland shootings and the Sandy Hook shootings as false flag.
What?
False flags. They're just, that's the stuff people put out there just to get people riled up, and it's nothing. And she actually, when David Hogue was at the Washington, D.C., she went and harassed him for, because he's one of the people from the Parkland shooting. And so, she thought that the campfire that in California in 2018, she thought it was, documented to be by a poorly maintained electrical grid. But she said, nope, it was lasers or blue beams of light that came down from space, and they were connected to a high-speed rail project and the Rothschild family, who just happened to be Jewish. But well, it's like, and she thinks that Washington used weather control technology to steer Hurricane Helena towards the Republican voters so that it would influence the presidential election. You don't think so? Okay. All right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But, she believed in the Frazzle Drip conspiracy.
Please go on.
That was a conspiracy that alleged that Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin were filmed sexually assaulting and mutilating a child in a satanic ritual, and they actually took the child's face and used it as man. I don't know. That's what that conspiracy was, and that was part of Pizzagate, where they were sure people were doing things in a restaurant basement for a restaurant that did not have a basement, but apparently a bunch of people thought that was true. She didn't think that Representatives Omar and Tlaib were really official members of Congress, because when they swore in, they used a Quran instead of a Bible, and you can only be a real member of Congress if you use a Bible.
Because the Bible is, the Bible.
Do you remember that DNC staffer, Steph Rich? He was murdered in Washington, D.C. They think he was mugged, and that's what caused it. That's what the police think.
Right. She thinks
it was done by a gang of MS-13s on the orders of Barack Obama.
on the orders of Barack Obama.
Yeah, who she claims is a Muslim, but apparently,
of course she does.
They said that Steph Rich was he was a whistleblower on Clinton, which nobody believes that except these people, and they kept her and a bunch of other people were going on Fox with all this stuff and bringing all this stuff up, and finally his parents said, "Stop it." Stop it. This is not true. He did not do any of that stuff, and stop it. And finally, they reached a settlement with Fox, but Fox never said that they were wrong. They just said, "We hope this settlement gives you peace." Okay. So, yeah.
See, that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand she's a loony.
Yep.
Okay, I get that. Okay, I get that. But if she didn't have a platform to go and spew the crap, then it wouldn't spread, and they wouldn't have all these people believe that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it's on, since it's on TV, And
it's gotta be.
It's gotta be true because they can't put things that are not true
absolutely.
on TV. Yeah.
And Fox, my God, they've got the highest ratings in the world.
I know.
And so,
well,
it's got to be true.
Right. And the fact that they almost had to pay out almost $1 billion because of the things that they said about the election, and they're still being sued by other people.
Mm-hmm. I wish that would come up again.
Nothing to do with whether or not they tell the truth.
Apparently.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah.
And in lawsuits, though, in these big corporations, these big, that's the price of doing business. That's just the cost of doing business. Is that you can spread
malicious gossip. Yeah.
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 And it's fine. We're going to keep doing it until I get sued. Mm-hmm. And then
we'll just pay them off and then go on.
Yeah. And we'll move on.
And most of the time, we don't even have to tell you that we lied. Yeah, we just won't talk about it
anymore. We won't talk about that lie anymore. We'll come up with some other BS and move on from there.
Yep.
That's the problem with Fox News. And that's the problem that I have with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And quite frankly, Mike Johnson is just as bad, and there's a whole list of people that spew the same crap because
don't deny things, or don't say no, what he's saying is total crap, and don't believe him. It's like, oh well, if that's what he believes, but you can't just get by with that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, when Greene was running for office, she did things like compared Democrats to destructive feral hogs, then boarded a helicopter with a rifle and shot one.
Shot a hog?
Yeah, a feral one, and then invited her supporters to win a chance to join her on a future hog killing expedition. She did other things like, she called Democrats pedophiles in a 60 Minutes interview. When later on in a 60 Minutes interview, she said that they are a party of pedophiles, and she claimed that they supported grooming children by allowing minors access to gender-affirming care. So that's apparently a grooming them. And I told you about the mask and the vaccine, which is comparing them to Nazi medical brown shirts. And she also called white males the most mistreated group. And apparently you guys are really,
mistreated?
Yeah, very mistreated and hardly, all through history you guys have had it really rough. She doesn't. She doesn't like the Equality Act.
I'm sensing that you're having a hard time getting that.
Yeah, that one I find hard to believe. Anyway,
the rest of the stuff you believe.
The rest of the stuff. Yeah, there's evidence for that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I don't believe any of it. Hours after Pope Francis died, she said today there are major shifts in global leaderships. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God. So. And people interpreted that maybe she meant his death by that, but who knows? Mm-hmm. Anyway, when Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House, they had a vote. Well, first they went to the Republicans and said, "Hey, she's doing all this stuff. She's just way off there, and she's rising up all this stuff and stuff. We want to take her off the committees because she's asking ridiculous questions, and she's just nuts." Basically, I don't think they said that, but in a nice way.
She's nuts.
It's just nuts. But the Republicans wouldn't do it, so then Nancy brought it to a House vote, and some of the Republicans joined the Democrats, and they kicked her off all of her committees. But Republicans liked her. So
of course
that was
they did,
not
because there was many just like her.
And when Trump came back into office, it was like, all right, this is Marjorie's time. She's going to be, and brought all the Republicans. She did, and she was into a lot of things. But over this past, 8, 9, well, how many months is it? Almost 10, 11 now.
Yeah.
There things came up. She didn't like the Israel-Gaza war.
Right.
She didn't like them. She thought that what they were doing is committing genocide on Gaza, which that's a good way. She didn't like that Trump was bombing Iran nuclear facilities. She just wants us to stay out of wars and stuff. And so okay. And then the health subsidies with the big beautiful bill. They were cutting health insurance subsidies, and she wanted them to be extended. And she complained because her constituents were feeling it, and particularly her children.
Sure.
So and then the Epstein files came.
Yeah.
She wants them to replete. She signed the petition for the House to vote on it to release the Epstein files. Mm-hmm. So, and then that got Trump's attention. He started calling her Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
He also started calling her Marjorie Taylor Brown.
Yeah.
Because Brown is a thing of he's getting really bad at those names because he had to explain why he was calling her Marjorie Taylor Brown. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, I thought he should have stuck with that. But anyway, since he was calling her traitor and stuff, she started going on like a lot of social media, a lot of TV shows and things, standing up for the Epstein files particularly, and then and starting to say, well, I did believe a lot of crazy things, but I don't know, but I see the light now, kind of, and she started feeling the hate from Trump. Because she was getting people treating her badly for what she was saying, because she was going against Trump, and there are so people out there that you cannot go against.
So all
Trump.
of Trump's people started giving her crap. Here's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right.
No,
okay?
I don't.
I don't think that it's right that people should give her crap about that.
Yeah.
But then again, she had no problems. Giving people all kinds of crap. Yeah. She had no problem when Trump is going after somebody else. She didn't care.
Oh.
She didn't care.
She never stood up and defended anybody.
She went after Fauci.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, big time, going after Fauci, and to the point that she, along with Trump, ended up. He was getting death threats. Fauci was getting death threats, along with all of his family, because they wouldn't stop. All Fauci was trying to do is do his job and keep us safe. These people, and I hesitate to call them people, turn it around to make him the bad guy.
Yeah.
All right? Turn it around to make him the bad guy that he didn't know, all he wanted you to do was wear a mask, okay?
Yeah.
He wanted you to wear a mask. And yet, and keep 6 feet away.
Yep.
All right, is that too damn much to ask?
And all this stuff came out first few months of COVID. It was like, we're just learning. This is brand new to us.
Right.
We don't know how you get it or what's going on. Right now, we think it's on the surface, and you have to watch, and because they started out saying you have to wear gloves. Well, when they figured out, no, you're not going to get it from touching the surface of somebody else. Then they had to wash their groceries. They had to do a lot of things, but every time they figured out, oh, you don't need to do that, they told us you don't need to do that.
But when it first comes out, you have to take precautions to make sure, and then when they find out that it isn't.
Yeah.
It's not as if they said to you, hey, why don't you go shoot yourself up with bleach?
Yeah.
They never said that. Yeah. That was some other idiot that said that.
Yeah.
So she had no problems, and she meaning Marjorie Taylor Greene, she had no problems for the last 4.5 years sticking it to somebody else.
Yeah.
She had no problems when Fauci was taking heat that she continued to give him nothing but crap and disrespect.
Right.
She had no problems giving Nancy Pelosi a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And she had no problems when Nancy Pelosi's husband ended up damn near dying from some idiot that wanted to kill him with a hammer. She had no problem with that, along with Trump, who made snide comments about it.
Yeah.
So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, you may go and take Trump with you.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do after this. Just go.
Yeah.
Take him and all the other losers in your party along with you.
Now, she is going to go. She's going to go, 2 days after her...
10 years.
After she's vested into the pension plan. So,
would you like to see her speech?
Oh yeah. Let's
all
do
right,
that.
so
Let's do
I
that.
didn't.
This is her
I'm not
speech.
going to make you watch all 11 minutes of it.
That's just
but
dumb.
I'll. But here's just a little snippet of what she had to say. Let's see if I can do this. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, hang on, just a second. Ba-ba-da-bum.
I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
See, it's not so funny when the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah.
It's very funny when other people are getting it, but it's not so funny when she is. So she can't take the heat.
So she's getting out.
And so she's leaving.
Before you feel too sorry for her, because
And
I
I
know you
wasn't.
probably do, but
No, I
before
wasn't.
you do, you should know that when she came into office, they said her net worth was like around $700,000, which I would take that.
Yeah.
But don't worry, they say now it's around 25 million.
25 million.
I don't know. I don't know where she got
In
all
5
that money, but
years.
apparently
In 5 years.
Apparently, it's good to be a congressman. Yeah.
A
or congresswoman.
wacko.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
wacko.
Apparently, if you follow the right thing and right people, you too can become.
I mean, don't get me wrong, all right?
Yeah.
So for the last few months, she was doing the right thing.
She is.
Okay?
She has been, and
She
I'm
did.
glad she did. I'm glad she followed, because I think that might have brought more people, like the Epstein files, especially.
Sure.
I think that brought and the insurance stuff. I think it brought more people into the knowing.
Sure.
And I'm glad she did that, but Does that?
But does that excuse her from 4.5 years of being nothing but a major pain?
And it's hard to be sympathetic when the people that are riled up against her now are the people she riled up against other people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not Democrats. It's not. It's people that believed that drank the Kool-Aid and now don't want you trying to put Pepsi down their throat. I don't know. But,
so that's it.
Yep.
So Marjorie is leaving.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah, and we're hoping that Trump goes with her, but I don't know. He doesn't sound too friendly with her anymore.
So take any
the
number
end
of
of a
people.
beautiful relationship. But
So, all right. So that's the news. If you're watching this, you probably won't be watching this before Thanksgiving, but
if you are, happy Thanksgiving.
If not, have a Merry Christmas. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Okay.